Hey guys, welcome back to the segment. My name's Chris O'Brien. We're just about to burst out into some karaoke, but no. Welcome, Mr Kym Menzies, a good friend, a great work colleague, and probably a great business mentor to many people out there in our local environment. Mate, it's great to have you on the program.
Thank you, Chris. Good to be
And
here.
I must declare we've had a beer once or twice, but you have helped our business over the years. And I thought, because this is really a show focusing on small business and helping small business take that next step, advertising is a very interesting question at the moment where everyone's world is stops. Do you, don't you? So my first thought is, mate, give me a little bit of history on the mighty Kym Menzies, because I think you were originally an Adelaide boy.
Yeah, definitely, Chris. Yeah, Adelaide boy. Been in Darwin now 28 years, so came up here from Adelaide and just love the territory. So when I came up here, I was up here for nearly 2 weeks and thought, I love this place. It feels really good. What are job opportunities here? Applied for a job at the Catholic Education Office in accounts and got that, so came back for that. And then from there went into radio and then at the Turf Club. And then into TV, which has been my passion now, and it's been with 7 Darwin now for 21 years.
So you sit in the role as a general manager. Is your role as GM, is it 50% staff, managing staff, 50% clients, or in a local, what is it for a general manager here?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's looking after our employees here. And it's obviously going out and mixing with a lot of businesses as well. I've got a great rapport with the business community here, so to leave that aside would be detrimental to our business. So just making sure that the team I've got are on the same page as what I am in regards to helping business in the territory.
So what is, in working with businesses for a long period of time in a lot of different sectors, what would you say, Kym, is one of the common mistakes that small business make, particularly in the territory? I mean, we've got a lot of challenges here. We've got freight, remote, we've got a very small demographic. What's a key mistake that small business makes right across the sector?
Chris, I think it's just not having the ability to reach out to people like us. There's a lot of successful businesses out there that actually could go one step further, but because of their marketing platform isn't achieving what it should do, that's where we come in. So I think it's just reaching out and having a look at the opportunities that we can bring to the business. And it's not all to do with TV. Yeah. It's all to do with the marketing side of the business, and that's super important.
So let me try and frame this question. So everybody's world has been decimated at the moment. And there'll be a lot of businesses, a lot of tourist operators that are literally got zero. Everybody's wanting to work, but we've got an inability to trade. We all need to market our products. So are you seeing that a lot of people are sitting on the fence? What's the general feel out there in the market at the moment?
Yeah, currently at the moment, people are sitting on the fence. There's no doubt about it, because we don't know what the future holds. I think that's a great opportunity, and I see a great opportunity for Darwin businesses now to be taking stock of things, to be having a look at perhaps doing something in the near future when that avails itself to do. So that's where we come into it, because we don't want to make it difficult for businesses. Marketing isn't difficult. That's where we come into it. So we take that off the business person's plate. They've got enough to worry about at the moment, but just spending a bit of time on what that future looks like and having us involved in that, I think sets the business apart into the future.
So one of the things, so let's pull that down even further. So how does, Bob Smith's plumbing business, thinking about how do they, is it as simple as having a coffee with you, or how do you start the process? Because I imagine it would be a pretty daunting, for some people who've never advertised on TV or radio, or how do you start the process in your business?
Yeah, Chris, it can be daunting, no doubt about it. We've had comments about, we don't know how to voice a commercial, we don't know how to make a commercial. Do you guys do that? We do all of that. We take that off everybody's plate. What we do need from business, though, is an understanding of what they're trying to achieve. And that's what we do when we talk with businesses. So It's not one size fits all. It's not one package works with every business. We sit down and just work out what a business is trying to achieve and how we can help them get to that level. And it is just a matter of just picking up the phone and having a chat. And we can certainly work with everybody on that basis.
Do you see, is this something, I know in our sector, which is the event sector, we could be blamed for leaving things a little bit too late, and we react and we don't end up getting the results that we want to. Is that something that is reflected in advertising? Do people not strategise enough up here, or is there pretty much a shotgun approach to advertising? Or
yeah, there can be a shotgun approach. I think branding is really important. People sometimes don't understand the concept of branding. For example, if they're trying to pitch it to a business now, to people out there in the marketplace at a certain time, because they believe that's a certain time, we may be educating people out there that that is a certain time. But generally businesses are in business 12 months of the year. Sometimes they only advertise 2 or 3 months, and they're cutting out the rest of that time where they actually should be proactively talking to other people through the advertising medium.
How's advertising changed up here, let's say from 5 years ago to now? I think I remember you mentioned it was very much people would just book airtime.
Yes.
Which, as I understand it, most of your account managers now, it's literally a personal sit down and you're really on a journey with your clients. Is that accurate?
It is, Chris. Yeah, it used to be very much, as you just alluded to. Businesses used to just do everything. I need to be everywhere. That can be very dangerous, because we have businesses now come into our boardroom and we sit down with them and go through marketing plans. And one of the basic marketing plans we go through is to work out what they're currently doing in the marketplace, what is working and what isn't, and go through that strategy with them. A lot of people, some people out there can't tell us what's working and what's not, which I think can be very dangerous. We all know that once you start doing all the mediums of advertising, it's going to be reasonably expensive. So you want to succinctly work out what is working and what is not, and concentrate on what is and discard the what is not. And I think that's where we come into it. And we give honest appraisals on to the business owner, because if we don't, we're just going to have a short-term gain and it's going to be long-term pain for the business owner, and they're not going to come back to us.
Yeah, 100%. So I know that you're pretty passionate about being a local, 28 years, good-looking, strapping sex symbol in our community. We had to spend half an hour getting the lights right because the reflection of my hairdo as well, so you're not alone. But you're extremely passionate about local. I know that your business supports, I dare even try to imagine how many businesses that you support up here. What's one of the key factors that keeps Kym Menzies getting up every day? What inspires Mr Kym Menzies going to work?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things, Chris. It's having the ability to be able to help business. Particularly over this time, is super important. The other thing that inspires me and gets me to get out of bed is I'm interested in fitness, and I have been for a while now. It's really important, particularly now, that we remain positive, that we remain proactive, that we really do look after ourselves and look after each other. And I think that's very important. You know, I love Darwin. And any time I hear a negative thing about Darwin, it irks me to a certain degree. So I implore people to just remain positive. We'll get through all of this if we work together and stay strong.
All right, so I'm going to drop you right in here. I've got to give a plug, all right?
Yes.
Linda at the Vault Cafe made our coffees. Thank you, Linda. I didn't make yours, I must confess.
Beautiful.
But thank you, Linda. Hey, how do you help a small business? So 95.5% of all businesses in the Northern Territory are small business. And that is classified by 0 to 19 employees. From 20 to 200 is classified medium business, and that's only 0.4%, 4% of our market. So 95% is small business. Linda, that owns a great coffee shop up the road, what are some practical steps she can do to start marketing her business in this time?
Yeah, good, very good question, Chris. So I think it's just a matter of just reaching out to marketing people. So again, it's something like us, our business. We can sit down with a business owner and just work out what strategies they need to put into place to get, in this instance, you know, the people understanding about what they do. And it may not be TV. So I think we give honest appraisals about where we think the business should be going, because if we don't, it's not going to work for businesses, therefore they're not going to do longer term marketing with us. So it really is just a matter of just picking up the phone, talking to people, and making sure the communication level is important over this period.
Yeah, good, mate. And tell me, as a GM on those tough days, I'm sure you've had a few tough days, and I'm sure there's days that you want to sort of kick the door in. And being the boss, you're not allowed that privilege.
Correct. That's exactly right.
You're not allowed that privilege. How do you handle? How do you find? I mean, how do you navigate through that headspace? You mentioned fitness is important, but how do you, as a leader in front of the team when it's not going well, say how do you find that landscape there? Yeah,
Chris. If I was to sit here and say it's easy, or I've got the actually answer to all that, I would be fibbing. It is a day-to-day challenge, particularly at the moment, no doubt about it. But I think just remaining positive, seeing where we were before all this happened, but looking for opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities out there at the moment that I think if we have a closed mind to that, we're not going to be able to achieve anything if we don't have that positivity. Yeah. Because we all know that you just need to remain positive about this, and it'll all start to happen again. And that's how I get from day to day. And you know, fitness is a big thing for me. Just making sure that clarity is always there, and making sure that you mix up and have a bit of fun with it as well. I think if we're all going to be doom and gloom, we're not going to achieve anything. So mixing up, having some fun with your people as well, and making sure that they're positive and they're on the journey. And having them come along that journey with you, I think, is really important.
Yeah, that's fantastic advice, mate. Hey, listen, you are a great force out there in our local business community. I see you at a lot of events at about 11 o'clock at night doing your John Travolta moves on the dance floor, but we won't go into that. But you're a great leader. You're a great champion of small business in the Northern Territory, and really appreciate your advice. Thanks, Kym.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
I'll see you in the boat fishing, mate.
Sounds good. Lovely. Cheers.
See you, mate.